Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of Heaven's Vault. Linguist plays Heaven's Vault. We are about to leave this moon on the cyclones, and we're gonna be heading back to talk to my area about all the things we found, all the discoveries we made. Aboard the Nightingale, we should sail to Iox and tell my area what we've seen. What was that place? Someone must have lived there. Poor Jadiki came along and blew himself up on it. 6, please. Perhaps if we trace the origin of the shrine, we would find more. All we found was a necklace. And that cheap junk. I would be most unimpressed. The marker outside the heritage of the Moon Mirrors, I still don't know what it's made of. I'm going to rest 6. Very good, mistress. I believe I can handle the ship. To Elbereth, perhaps? Back to Iox. Next, mistress. The University of Iox. We should tell the professor what happened to Renba.
After the empty house in the cyclones, Iox felt positively busy.
I just got a bite of food. I thought there'd be more. What do you think of the sculpture? There's a pleasing balance to it. Worth the time to make it, do you think? There are people in Elsbereth who don't eat? Your own exploits worth the time they take, mistress? Shall we be making history rather than reviewing it? Honestly, fucking got me there. We sailed before 6. I don't know, mistress. When I connect to the winches aboard the ship, they do seem to fit, but everyone's enjoyed sailing. This is gonna be unpleasant. Leah, you're back. But I don't know if I want to ask you what you found. I'll tell you. Be ready to hear it. He's dead, Professor. His ship blew up as he tried to leave an off-river moon. Interesting, you're certain. We're quite certain, Professor. Do you go anywhere except Myrcia, Leah? Remember what's exploring off the rivers. He was using fuel to propel himself. See how he blew himself up. He appeared to be investigating a abandoned hermitage, and you followed him. What did you find there? Not a dagger, holy empire period. And I thought the university would hopefully be interested. Worthy trinket, Aaliyah. Hope you didn't risk your life for that. Nothing else? Nothing more? One other thing happened. Mistress? Go on. The hopper malfunctioned. And I spoke to Renba. I think my mistress is now just assembling, Professor, to what end I solicit. I thought Renba was dead. He spoke to me through a robot, somehow. And what did he have to say? He said you weren't who you claim. Does that make any sense to you? Does it make any sense to you? No. Poor Renba. He was never the most stable character. First, Renba found something, and it shared his fate. Most probably Mistress Mayari. Evidently, it was like he was making a swift return when he over his fellowships. But you don't develop it. Yep. Amenities. That's it then? Indeed. Professor, have you ever heard anything about an ancient observatory? That's a curious question. I found some kind of telescope fitting on the moon where Renba, well, I wonder what it might mean. Never heard of an observatory. Maybe Renba found something. Please, Leah, leave me to think, my dear. One last thing, Aaliyah. Tell me honestly. How are you finding your new companion? Are you working well, companion? Working well together? Only a robot, Professor. Robots are valuable things, Aaliyah. I want to know immediately if anything happens to this one. I hope that's clear. I told you about the message Renba sent. I'm pretty sure it was 6 he was speaking through. I should think it was. Something feels off about her. Let's get out of here. I'm not a big fan of how this is lining up. She seems sus. Aboard the Nightingale. Time to move on. Already the ropes, mistress. Janika Remba's trail has led us from here. Perhaps that's not all the answers. Let them discover the reason for it. Let's or explore other news. Into the sight from the mural in Ghost Wake. Eating some mac and cheese. Yum yum. What are the rivers, 6? Those of oxygen, hydrogen, ice. The velocity keeps them coherent. Like they're going somewhere. The rivers. They never do go anywhere. They just cycle round and round. You should go left ahead, mistress. Why is Ghost Wake called that, mistress? They say Ghost Wake is haunted. You know, according to the Great Loop, the souls of the dead sail the rivers until they're reborn. The story goes that most of them are asleep. Oh, maybe childhood lovers of big meals, I don't know. Sometimes they have nightmares and they might wake up. They'll stay awake forever, trapped in the rivers, formless. It said they gather in Ghost's Wake. It said you can hear their helpless cries. A ruin! I guess it dates from at least the earliest Empire period, mistress.
The robot hoppered away, and I was alone. Then it came back.
Oh, how long has it been there? Something. Oh! It's tattered at the edge. I'm sure my translated for us is correct. Winds protect us. Winds protect us. Six, what do you know about the Loop Temple? Also, I'm going to quickly change this to significantly lower the text speed so I can speak with it because I realize it's being a little screwy, and lower the mouse sensitivity. What do you know about the Loop Temple? I know little of the Loop, mistress. The Loop Priest claimed that life is a great cycle. They believe all that happens has happened before. The loot temple is extremely well placed, mistress. You have a lot of money and significant power. They are the heart of the Protectorate. Either of the routes lead to our destination at this juncture, mistress. Is it true? The probability of it is incalculable, mistress. There's no meaningful data. A wreck! The shipwreck from the Ioxian Empire, mistress.
The robot wasted no time.
Got a shredded page from a book. Must have come from somewhere nearby. The paper has been inscribed, mistress. Ooh! It's the end of a longer line of text. The translation of might has to be wrong. Well, this is death. So it's like the status of not living. Something. The qualifier of a status of something to the stars. So eternity comes 3 years old to me. See what Wong thinks when I get back to Iox. I think this comes from the place we're searching for. We must be nearly there. This will make the exact spot we're currently hunting easier to locate. What if the rivers aren't natural at all? What if they weren't created by storms or magnetic fields or anything like that? What else could they be? Created by someone? A being? What if they were drawn by a painter with a brush? How would such a thing be done? Imagine a ship dragging flows behind it the way a plow drags out a furrow. A tapestry of cloud and smoke. Wellsprings drive the flows, mistress. Don't tell me you believe the wellsprings are natural. They exist in nature, mistress. It's just a sight from the mural is nearby. Oh, that was fast. The water droplets go left. It seems you've not been down either of these paths before, mistress. A ruin. I got states from the Empire, mistress. This will only take a few moments, mistress. Recovered a metal shoe buckle resembling a leaf. It's floating out here. Inscription around the surface. Things made on the site we're after. It must be nearby. These are after easier to find. Which way, 6? So going left. That it? What we're looking for? Settle the Nightingale 6. Let's take a look around. Oh, next area. Aside from the mural. Last time we got a map of this place, but why? Both sides
Of all the sites I travelled to with the robot, most of them seemed lost, abandoned. But this one felt like it had been hidden.
How much further? Not far, mistress. Path turns here. Lanterns are still burning, 6. Are there people here? There's only one living person on this moon, mistress. You. Trees. Lots of them. Going from fissures in the rock, mistress, which will eventually split the slope below us. This whole site will subside. Whoa. By the rivers. It could have been built yesterday. Something worked into the stone. Beneath the ivy. Oh gosh. Winds, elements. Removal, so it's like the concept of abandonment. Maybe that's not the word banished, but stars, we've got this personhood here. Hours. If this is temple, this is like a building person. City. Sail. Oh gosh. I don't know. This is the first part of pray. Talk to a goddess to pray, right? Walls of our city. Keep safe. Keep the stream safe. And this is we. They. Can talk. Let's do that for now. That's walls of our city keep streams safe and they can talk makes sense. Certainly a lot of water here. I don't know how I feel about that. That one feels wrong to me, but we'll go re-edit that later. I just never had the foresight to leave their doors unlocked. Some kind of courtyard. A horned statue. An ancient goddess guarding her space. Is this a temple? Let's try the handle. No good. No, mistress. I do not believe there is a keyhole. No keyhole? How do people get in? Interesting question, mistress. Something embossed into the metal. This is one end of a broken fragment of text. Those aren't the symbols for city at all. Crap. Garden. Garden of Hopes, maybe? I can still change my mind, but Garden of Hopes? So it's a garden. Some kind of devotional natural space? There must be a way through, Six. I should think so, mistress. There is a hoppery inside the courtyard. If I may, go ahead. Wait, mistress. The wind died.
The wind died.
They're intact? I believe so, mistress.
The smell of flowers flooded the misty air.
That's the Eagle and Sun. It's an Empire period ruin. About 1,000 years more recent than we thought. And there's another inscription along the edge of the design. There's a few words in this one. So my temple can't be correct. So, keep. Follow, instruct, illuminates. Emperor in. Emperor ruled sky. That will do for now. This is an Emperor's garden. An intact Empire Site 6. Everything on Axe was rebuilt after the fall. And this place was never destroyed. We must assume it was never found. The site was built during the Empire. But the statue was carved in ancient times like the old one on Maersi. Perhaps the garden was built around the goddess herself? Interesting hypothesis. This whole place is incredible. It's perfect. Evidently, it's almost 500 years old. Mostly worn away. Almost all worn away. I can't get anything from it. What do you make of it, Six? There really was a lot of writing here once, mistress. A whole chronicle, perhaps. I believe some characters can still be seen. Oh, Jesus. There's a fractured fragment from an even longer phrase. Nothing. What's this? A black scrap of sailcloth. It dates from the early Empire. The cloth seems to be painted in characters of ancient script. There's a frayed piece from a longer phrase. This doesn't feel right. I'm sure my translation for wind is right. I'm convinced sky as well. Yep. I think that's a symbol for and. Take a stab at that new word. Anything even close to the second word. Wind. Follow sky. I think that's correct. I think this comes from the same place as the fragment of canvas. Only found adrift in the rivers. Oh, another artifact should help us locate the source. We can get through here. That's enough. Stuck? Stuck. It's overgrown in there anyway. Do we turn back now? Go home? There's clearly more to find here. I don't suppose you are genuinely interested in my opinion. Here's another way around that we missed. So give me a quick second. I gotta quickly Alt-Tab to stream mode on Discord. It's kind of annoying. Is that a tree sticking out the roof? Amazing this place is still standing. Maybe I can squeeze through here. There might be another door at the back. Perhaps, mistress, but I will not fit. We'll try not to rust out here. I won't be long. Mistress. By all the waking waters. So many thorns. Not going back that way if I can help it.
The air inside the glass house was damp. It smelt like fruit and warm water.
I hope my shoulder doesn't go straight through. Eek. Found a way. So I see. Tried so many doors in this place. That's the first one I've managed to open. See, you still undamaged yourself, mistress. Come on. I mean, I actually suffered a little bit of the weakness stat still flowing after all this time. I thought it would be clogged with moss and dirt. It's constantly being washed by the water, mistress. I don't need your sass. Ooh, the tree. Let's talk about the tree. It's even bigger close up. I'm pretty sure it's actually the same size either way. Oops, something amongst the leaves. Here we go. What's this? This is a sculpture fashioned from stone, dated from at least the earliest days of the Empire. It's being carved with characters, too. This is the end of a line of text. Garden. Holds. I can add my translation to garden for my dictionary for now. And holds must be correct, too. So this is we. Plural. Golden holds me. Garden holds my self-work. Should get Kwang's opinion on that when we get back to the university. It's roughly the same age as the scrap of sailcloth we found here earlier. But it's not from the same location. I still think we've seen anything equivalent to this sculpture before. Which means it must have originated on a site that's entirely new to us. It's quite a collection, mistress. These plants must have once been assembled. It's very beautiful. There's an inscription here on the stones at the base. This is one end of a fractured fragment of text. Bless. That's a lot of symbols, but I'm confident it says bless. Us? That can't be an intro for hours. This might be this. Bless this place? That makes sense. Bless this place. You call it the sundial on Iox, mistress? One claims he can, but... But what? I won't say anything to impress me. Don't tell him I've said that. Mistress, please. You cannot expect me to cross that. I will topple into the water and sink. Stay there if you like. I want to look around. You're attempting to goad me into crossing. I cannot be goaded. I love this face. I know you have lost robots before. 5 of them? I do not intend to increase your score. Stay there then. Mistress, you are infuriating. Be advised, I will hop myself to the boat if I so much as teeter, and I do not guarantee I will return. I'm glad you made it. Would have been like 4 all over again if you'd fallen. I did not enjoy that, mistress. I found the risk most uncomfortable. Stop complaining. I cannot. Locked, or stuck maybe. There's more water here than I've ever seen. Enough water for Elbereth 3 times over. There's only a way to transport water. I mean, there is just not this volume. This moon is a mountain. There's nowhere for anything to grow.
Stone markers huddled together, whispering nasty things about me.
About me? Huh, someone's a little conceited if they think that every creepy stone marker is talking about them in particular. Well, you can't believe that. There are so many of these markers. Marking what? This might have once been inscribed, but it's been worn smooth. This one's in better condition. Still legibly carved. This one's a broken piece from an even longer phrase. My translation I is off. You shall not forget. You shall not forget. Okay. Don't forget. This one isn't carved at all. But there's something inside the niche at the front. Broken iron pots decorated with a fountain motif. Like something from the Holy Empire. The inside is heavily stained. It belongs to a heavy drinker. Something etched in here around the rim. This is the start of a fragment of text. This one related to prayers. Speak. There you go. I think it can't be good for follow after all. But I think speak must be right. The water? If that's the curve for water, this must be related to it. So, like, drink? This is the action for water, right? Drinking is speech. This comes from the same source as the dagger. When I found out the hideout moon. Research mistress. The conclusions are, as I fear, worthless. What were you looking for? But the markers seemed to be tricky for a moment. I was not sure. There are niches in all of these markers. They're empty. Looted or left that way? The air must be getting thinner. Location is extremely unsafe. Mistress, please. The wind was
strong up here. It wanted to grab you by the waist and chuck you down the cliff.
Embers must have stood here, gazing across the nebula, facing every stream like the lines on a palm. I can see Elbereth, mistress, through the haze. Just a quick second. Okay, sorry about that. Don't you think this place was built to view Elbereth? No, mistress. This one's set apart from the others. And it's inscribed. It has a full context. There's no... It's a phrase run together. This is wins. Shall not. No good. There's not enough here for me to guess the rest. I'll have to hope I see these sequences again. Does shall not forget as winds make any sense? I wonder what it means. Every time I think I've got the hang of ancient, there's always more I don't understand. Some kind of temple to the horned goddess. Why did the last emperor draw a map to here? Which for some kind of peace as he lay dying? Neighbors believe in the loop, mistress. To be reborn, you must be buried. Like all those before, the last emperor faced true death. Perhaps the emperor drew the map to tell his soul where to go. Oh, another stone marker. This one's worn smooth. Fuck. If Remba found the body of the last emperor on that moon near Mercy, why was he hiding robes and setting Maori brooches? He considered it a great secret. Someone wished to conceal the last emperor and not being returned to the rivers. Just because someone else claimed to be the emperor returned? Does anyone claim to be the emperor reborn? Not publicly. But the university, as you know, has its priesthood. They allocate power as they see fit. Remember was a dedicated member. As Professor Maori. Saying Maori claims to be an actual emperor? I do not know her. But if she did, what would a discovery such as Renbuzz mean for her? Eek. That was too close. Mistress, what are you doing? How are we going to get across now? We can always retrace our steps. We could simply leave. You have a sense of what this place was from your explorations, Mistress? A garden temple. The 3 ancient artifacts here. With luck, we'll be able to trace them. Time to go, Mistress? Do it. Stand still, Mistress. So we left the surface of the Emperor's secret garden. Yup. I think that's a good place to call it for the 3rd episode. I've now been playing for about 2 whole hours, so it's 3 episodes and 1 little clump of game time. I'm going to upload these over the next 3 days. And if I have more, you will see a 4th episode come up tomorrow. Otherwise, you'll see the 4th episode probably the day after I finish recording it. Thank you all for watching this series. I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. I've been enjoying making it. It's a very interesting game so far, and I quite like the language. And I do want to actually spend a bit of time now, maybe in between solvable inscriptions. Ooh. All inscriptions. I do want to spend a little bit of time looking through all of these different ones and seeing what I missed. And see if there's any bit about the language that I seem to be missing. Because there's a handful of things that I wish I could get better IDs for and better details for. So from the Annals of Mazway, maybe it's not robots that he banished. Buried robots? At the base of the Myrcy Goddess? I'm pretty sure that's Holy Water Goddess. Yeah, that seems correct. We haven't seen water anywhere else yet. Found a purple robe. So, okay, let's actually explore this real quickly just before we go. Just make sure I'm a bit more analytic about it. If this is like the idea of water, then we have the water thing, and we have this as being the substance. So it's an object or idea or substance, and then this is the action. So a water action is to drink. Maybe it's a fluid or liquid water or liquid action. Liquid action is to drink, and liquid substance is water. So I kind of like the idea that the hook is for substance or quantity. Therefore, stars make sense here. This, the little hook on the left with the dot after it, makes me feel as if it's like an adjective of sorts. Now, sky. Wish I could go deeper into that, but I think this is a good place for now. Let's do one quick look at this. Yeah, this is speak. This is goddess. Speak to goddess is almost certainly pray, right? That has to be, right? Substance of if it's like an object of worship, it could be what it is. So, but temple feels reasonable if it's like an object of worship, right? So I'm getting a better idea of this language. But yep, I will. I think that's good for now. I will continue on a little bit later. I will see you all next time. Cheers.